Hi, I am Lisa Lehman. I am the 17th Ward Democratic Committee Chair. And joining me today is Hanah Ehrenreich, who is running for Syracuse Common Council at large. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm hoping you can start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Hanah Ehrenreich. I am a Democratic Socialist, born and raised in Syracuse, and I really believe that we have a bright and amazing future here, and a lot of it centers around plan design. So I'm running for Syracuse Common Council and representing the city at large so that we can all work together to reach that future.
Excellent. And then can you talk a little bit about what issues do you currently see as most pressing for the city of Syracuse?
I think that the interesting thing about Syracuse, from me knocking on doors in every quadrant of the city, is that everyone shares actually a real solid sense that they like living in their neighborhood. They want to live with good neighbors. They want to garden and have walkable streets and have their kids be safe. And ultimately, they like Syracuse. And if all of those things were present every day, life would be pretty perfect. I mean, there are wider geopolitical issues. People are scared on a number of different levels, but what they are hoping for, the vision that they're embracing together, really seems to have a lot of common threads. Um, I think that we are facing a housing crisis and a childcare crisis. We have neighbors that are being threatened with unlawful deportations.
Mm.
And honestly, our city schools get a terrible rap for things that other schools have and have no accountability for. Um, I do want a great literacy rate for all of our students. And obviously, I'm not running for school board here, but I'm a graduate of SCSD and I see the excellence. I see the world changers that come out of that school district. And it makes me angry when people don't acknowledge the beauty
Mhm.
along with the need. So I think that we have a number of difficult to solve problems that are very real, child poverty, very real,
Mhm.
but they do have solutions, these problems. And we can get there with the amount of political will and community building that I honestly believe we have. I think that we have the talent to get us to a better resolution on child poverty and housing and equity. Um, Livable, walkable streets, density, and bus rapid transit, like these are solvable issues. In fact, in 1890s Syracuse, not everything was great, right?
Mhm.
Don't want to go
Yeah.
back in time.
Oh.
For a lot of people, present company included,
Yeah.
would not have been a friendly time for us in terms of rights and equity.
Yeah.
Um, but we had a functional trolley system in Syracuse.
Yeah.
You know, we had agriculture that connected with restaurants and with houses, and we had working class people who owned their own home. So I don't want to go back in time, but I want to take what was really good
Mhm.
and possible and make it again in this new age where we can have rights and homeownership, equity and justice.
Yeah. Well, and so I'm wondering, can you help us ground this in what the Common Council does? Can you talk a little bit about what their responsibilities are and what specifically about being an at-large Common Councilor, what that responsibility would be?
So Syracuse has two different types of councilors on the Common Council, which is our city legislature. And the legislature is responsible for passing ordinances, for setting policy um, in collaboration and sometimes contention with the city, depending on the relationship. And we are in charge of the budget. So the city budget is our purview. But we also have district representation, which are the specific wards. And then we have common councilors at large. And at large representation means that I am representative for the whole city. So where other councilors are specifically representing the interests of neighborhoods in the north side or the south side or the east side or the west side, I am all of all of those neighborhoods are my constituency.
Okay,
And
great.
it's an interesting model of government. I think sometimes it works very well, and sometimes it's really difficult for people to wrap their arms around.
Okay. And then, so what caused you to decide to run for this office?
I think, like a lot of people, I have been worried about the direction of our country. I have been worried about the local impacts that I'm seeing. Um, I had run for city council before when I lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina, as a military spouse.
Mhm.
And even though that was a really good learning experience and I didn't win, um, I felt that it was a really important time to be a voice at the table. And I believe, honestly, that if you feel that you have something to contribute in an elected office, there is never a bad time to run. I would really like to see more progressives, Democrats, um, socialists, Green Party members, working
Yeah.
families, committee members across the board. I would really like to see people who are interested in running have the support and mentorship to take that first step towards office, regardless of where they live or how contested the election is. We have enough Republican and conservative dominated seats in every level of governance in upstate New York that we should be thanking people who are stepping forward and cultivating the next group. So I am very happy and privileged to have had really great mentorship into this, and it allowed me to win a contested primary and head towards the general election very favorably positioned to win. I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about representing the city of
Yeah.
Syracuse, but I also would like to help other people run and succeed in winning office. I think it's really important these days.
Nice. And, I think it's so hard to shift focus away from what's happening nationally because it's so upsetting for so many people. But on the local level, you can actually change things. And
Yeah, and it's smaller scoops of power, right? It's small, more limited focus, but even within that, you can help a lot of people directly, indirectly. You can really support small business and entrepreneurs. You can create collaboration with other government entities that helps your local area and pulls state resources in to support where the federal government has abandoned us. I think that there are a lot of things you can do at the local level as an elected official that are tremendously important.
okay. Um, and my final question is for anyone who might be interested in getting involved with your campaign to help, what would be the best way for them to do that?
Please send me an email at
Yeah.
electhana@tuta.com,
Mhm.
or contact me through the website.
Mhm.
Um, electehrenreich.com.
Mhm.
I would love to have more people out. I mean, knocking doors, right? Nobody loves it, not gonna lie, but I can help make it fun. I think it can be fun
Yeah.
with the right company and the right mindset. And honestly, I've had the best conversations with neighbors knocking doors in
Nice.
all these neighborhoods. I'm particularly fond of the South Valley. People are lovely. Um, and as long as you hide your clipboard. Clipboards are very, very threatening. People do not like clipboards.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'd love to have more people knocking doors ahead of the election. I'd love to have people host me in a house party, and it would really be phenomenal to have more engaged conversation on social media. I would like to reach people where they are,
Mhm.
and I think that that is a great medium.
Excellent. And I will include all that information in the description and the comments below for everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you to everyone out there for watching. If you find this content helpful, please give us a like and please subscribe to this channel to hear more from all of our great Democratic candidates. Thank you very much.
Thank you.